Hi, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Stamp with Marilyn, and welcome to my creative playground. Today I'm sharing with you the Expressions in Ink suite of products, which consists of this stamp set artistically inked and matching dies, which are absolutely gorgeous. And this is a really cool stamp set. This is kind of a new set for Stampin' Up. I haven't seen them do a set like this before. It looks like the blended alcohol inks technique. And Stampin' Up does not have alcohol inks. Our inks are water-based. Only our blends are alcohol-based inks. Really don't have what we need to do that technique. But this paper makes it easy because it is already pre-printed. So what's really cool about this is this paper is just absolutely gorgeous. It's just so hard to describe it and it really doesn't do it justice. So there are 12 sheets, of course, and one side of each sheet has this gold embossing threads running through it. And again, this looks like the alcohol inks, and this is that new polished pink. And then this is the back side of it. And the back side does have a lot of white space on it. This is a gold stripe, which is absolutely gorgeous. And the back side of that is the new pale papaya. And again, that looks like an alcohol ink wash. This is pale papaya, and it's the flowers from this set, and they're embossed with gold centers, and then they also have gold dots between the flowers. And then the back side is different shades of green: Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz, and the new Evening Evergreen. I love this one. This one is my favorite. This is the new polished pink with the different shades of green and the papaya. So this has a little bit of every color in it, but all the leaves are embossed with gold. And then the back side of this is the different shades of green kind of running almost like a river. And again, this one has some white space on it. And then this sheet has all the different shades of green. It's got the Evening Evergreen, it's got Shaded Spruce, those bluer shades of green, whereas Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz are the more yellow shades of green, but it's got these pretty gold stripes running through it. And then it has that same pattern, but this side is not embossed, so it doesn't have embossed leaves. This has the colored leaves, and with the pale papaya and the polished pink. And then the last one is this, which is also beautiful. So this is the Pear Pizzazz and Old Olive with just a hint here of Shaded Spruce, which is the blue-green. And this is the back side, which is just gorgeous, gorgeous greens. So we have this gorgeous stamp set and dies. And what I did was I made this little sampler of the paper, and I have added each of the sentiments here and some die cuts of the flowers. So this is the really pretty, this is this larger flower here. Here are the sentiments. Here's this little kind of rose type flower, and then some of the leaves. And then up here, we've got this gorgeous die, and I'm going to show you how to use this today. And we have this beautiful leaf die as well. So I will show you how to use those. So these are the dies, and then there's dies to cut out each of the images. Here's the larger image, the medium, the smaller one, and then the leaves, and then these cute little pieces there. And then it also has the dots, so you can make a really nice background with that as well. So this is my favorite new set. So I have a couple of cards where I use this same technique where I have a wide border. So this is an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of white cardstock, scored in half at 4 1/4. And as you can see, I used the same format for these. And so this one's using the polished pink paper and a piece of polished pink. This one is using the green paper with a piece of Old Olive. And then here I did the same thing with the pale papaya paper, and I did emboss this piece. This is that embossed flower. What you can do is use the double-sided adhesive. I have an old package of the adhesive, so it says Sizzix on the back. The newer packages don't. But you attach the adhesive to the cardstock before you cut it, and then it cuts the whole thing out. So, and then what's really cool about this is this lines up with the flowers. So this one lines up with that. This one lines up with this flower. And then this rose lines up with this. And then the little flowers are over here along the edges. And then this is the leaves. So with this one, I used the gold. I embossed the whole thing in the gold. And as you can see, I put a pale papaya flower underneath, and then I put a flower with the fresh fuchsia underneath, and then I put some of the leaves there. But what I'm going to do today is show you this piece, which is white. And I wanted to show you some different ways you can color it. And I saw some really cool things where you can use some blends to color that. We have this really pretty flower. And let's color in the center yellow. I'm going to color the center of that yellow. I want to color this flower the peach color. Now, when I pull the tape off of this, all these little cutouts are going to come out. So I do realize that, but so now I have a Whisper White card base, similar to what we did here. And I cut another layer that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I've got that really pretty green with the gold leaf running through it with the dark green, the dark and the light green on the other side. So I'm going to put this on here, like so. There we go. And now, get my thumb in there. There we go. Got it. And you can also, if you have your pokey tool, a pokey tool works well to get under that backing too. Okay, and what's going to happen is when you're cutting something detailed out, you always have to punch out all those little pieces. Use a pokey tool and punch out the pieces afterwards. What's really cool is those pieces stick to this backing. So you don't necessarily have to do that. Okay, so there we go. And this one, I'm just going to tear that so that I can pull that off very easily. I don't want to ruin my flower there. Okay, and the ones that didn't come off, you can now easily pull off. They stick to your finger, actually. So rather than punching everything out, it's really cool. It makes it, the backing makes it very easy to pull that off. Okay. And I still have a couple right here. And I have one piece right here. And it doesn't want to come off that piece. Okay. Oops. Oh boy. Well, we will put that flower on again in a second. Okay, so I'm just going to put my pieces here. You can just put that down. Okay, and that one very stubborn flower. There we go. Now the backing's coming off of it. There we go. So then we'll just put that back together. I want to grab the word hello from this set. And I have my little piece here. Okay, we're going to put those down. There we go. And I'm going to color in a couple of spots that came off just very pretty. And I love that word hello. And then you could stamp the hello up there directly on this paper because this paper is white, has a lot of white space on it. There we go, like so. Covered up a little bit by the flower. But I love that. This one is a similar piece of green. This one has the pear pizzazz, the old olive, and the shaded spruce. But what I did here was I have the gold foil. I cut out the flower arrangement out of the gold foil, and then I stamped a thanks, which I'm going to put here. So I'll put that on first. And then we're going to take this apart. Okay, and let's put this up here like that. So this is actually a very quick and easy card because you have the Whisper white card base, you have the shaded spruce layer underneath, you have the piece of designer paper, and then you just have these one gold flowers. So very pretty. And then I stamped the gold in the thank you in gold and put that on the front. So I have a couple more cards to show you that I've made. Okay, I have this really pretty technique that I found last year on Patty Bennett's site, and it's a great way to show off designer paper. It is, because you pull this out and it's just beautiful. It just shows off that paper. And then because the back side of this does have that white space on it, I did fill in, I used the small flowers and I stamped around here, and then I used a piece of polished pink, and I used the contour set with the scalloped pieces, and I added some flowers here. And then this is the same technique, but just a different piece of designer paper. And this one I didn't do anything to that white piece, but I did use the cutout leaves here and some of the smaller pieces there to fill in. So just a couple different ways, couple quick ways. This is also a quick and simple card. And that's it. So my cards, expressions in ink. I'll put these out, whoops. And now I'm gonna have pieces all over. There we go. There we go. There are all my cards for today. I forgot to talk about what the embellishments are that go with this card. So this card, this suite comes with this set of ephemera. And so there's these beautiful sequins that just kind of pick up different colors, and they're adhesive backed. And those come with 2 sheets of these gold leaves and shapes that we can use. And I did use a couple. Let's see, they kind of got lost. It's On the background here, you can see that I use that diamond shape, but it does get lost in the paper. And then some other embellishments that go with this are the colored pearls. Those are beautiful with this. And then also the new in color pieces as well go really well with this set. So thank you for stopping by today, and I hope you've enjoyed my samples with the Expressions in Ink suite. Take care and happy stamping.